Alright guys, this is going to be a real quick video. What I'm going to do is, this is a knife for a guy at work. He's going to pay me to sharpen and do a tip repair. So I'm getting some video up front just for the beginning, and we're going to see how it turns out. I'm going to try, now granted I'm going to wind up taking off some of the finish, but I'm going to try and marry this up as closely as I can and try and maintain some of this back swedge and maintain this angle. So what I usually do is I take a little bit of material off the back and I do some sharpening and I marry it in and I try and maintain the original angle. I like these Melt Purdue. I'm not a big Benchmade fan, but I do like these Melt Purdue knives. These are some of my favorite little Benchmades. Melt Purdue designs, these 5000s. I like these, and I like the Osborne's 940s. So yeah, I'll get some video of this when I'm done, and I'm gonna post some stuff on Instagram. So I'll get some pictures of this and post some before and after on Instagram. Anything I could do to drum up some business. I've gotten a lot of subscribers and comments. I never thought that this would be a thing. I've got people that text me and they're like, "Hey bro, where's the videos?" I didn't figure this would be a thing that I would have. You know, I don't have like a ton of subscribers, but I got enough that I see comments pretty much daily. So I appreciate it, guys. I really do. It's something cool. Keep them coming. I'll answer. I've got a few I haven't answered yet. Apparently, I was looking. I've got like 5 or 6. Yeah. So I gotta get this done. And I've got a guy that came up from Mexico that brought me some straight razors. If you hang on just a second, they're right here. No, I won't, because I put them in the safe because I was going to work this morning. I'll get them out when I get this done, and I'll bring them out and I'll show you because I got to start on those. But one of the things I was going to show you guys, do you see? Let's see if I can get it to focus in here. Actually, what I will do is I'll turn around. I wanted to show you guys why I don't like pull-through sharpeners. They damage your blades so badly. If you don't know how to sharpen, send them back. Even if it's sending them back to Benchmade. A lot of times when you send knives to Benchmade, it's free. It is free. Granted, it's not the best. This is the military and law enforcement guys can get these automatics. But when you send them back, a lot of times I do know that they don't come back the sharpest. Because what I'm figuring is they've got some guy that just started there. He's like a 19, 20-year-old kid. And he's like, "Hey kid, you're gonna learn to sharpen today. Go over there. There's a stack of knives that came in that it's free. You're gonna learn to sharpen. Hit that belt grinder. Sharpen those up and send them out." But it's still better than what these pull-throughs do. So I'm gonna flip the camera around here. I'm gonna relocate this, and I'll do the flip this around, and we'll see. They do so much damage. It's gonna take me a lot of work to repair the wavy crappiness that those carbide blades do on blades. So let's go ahead and do that. So what you're looking at is, when you use those carbide pull-throughs, you're just cutting material off, and they just cut the edge off, and they're cutting material off. They're not actually sharpening. They're just cutting material off, and you end up with those chatters and those edges, and that's what pull-throughs do. And it's really, this is a nice knife, and it should never have ever touched one of those $3 pull-throughs. Oh, it's just horrible. They're not meant for anything, but they're not meant for anything. No one should ever use one of those, ever. There's my green. There's my green anodizing I did. It's not quite the green that Chris does, but I mean, it was, for me being a novice, I thought it came out pretty good. Like I said, I have no illusions that I'm as good at anodizing as Chris Williamson. He is amazing at it. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that repair, but that's what those pull-throughs do. They don't sharpen. They screw your edge up. So I'm gonna have to repair all that, but he's gonna pay me for it, so I'll get it done. But there'll be a video showing the end result. when I'm done. All right. And we're back. Not even a full episode of Star Trek The Next Generation later. I put the new tip on it and did the mirror polished edge. Kind of was misground a little bit. Wound up it. The blade actually is a little bit thicker on one side than the other. So let's do a sharpness test. Grab my handy dandy. You know, I love the fact that Ma Bell sends me testing material straight to my house. Now, I haven't stropped this yet, so this is just straight off the stones. So let's see. May need to hit it on a strop. Let's see. This is what I don't like about these half serrated. You get up here and you're. So I just wanted to show you. I did that came off of 8,000 grit stone. Hasn't been on a strop yet. Let's hit it on my. Let's try it on. Let's try it on the titanium dioxide a couple times and see what it does after a couple strokes on titanium dioxide. See what it does on foam book paper after that. Ooh, titanium dioxide, as long as you got fresh. Yeah, I Google like a little kid when I do things. Yeah, just that little bit. Like I said, I had just taken it right off the stone. Sometimes on those super fine stones, you can't feel if there's any bit of a burst. I like to just a little bit on that titanium dioxide, just to make sure I've knocked all the burr off. Sometimes I'll take a piece of wood and wrap a piece of foam book paper around it, just to burnish off any little bit of that burr that might have been what I was feeling. So 8,000 grit stone, new tip, pretty much married up to the old angle. I took a little bit of metal off the back, a little bit of metal off front, and married the two together. So here we go. So my friend Gil, known him for about 10 years now. He had broke the tip off this. So here, this is your before and after. So I did not do this on a machine, guys. So I was only, see, I started it, and right as I was starting it, I put on Netflix and started watching an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. It's not over yet, so I'm gonna break from here and I'm gonna see how Captain Picard handles the precarious situation that he's in. So yeah, I did it all on my stones. I didn't even use a super coarse stone. I used about an 800 grit stone to do the majority of that work, and a 200 grit diamond to hit the back a little bit and roll and bring that up, and then bring that up. I just needed to knock a little bit of burr off the edge of that. So here we go. That's another one of the little services I offer. If you happen to have a knife that has a broken tip, don't just up and throw it away. You can fix those things. And to tell you the truth, he really didn't lose much in the way of the length of the knife. Like I said, he had only broken off just a very little tip of that knife, if you remember from the video. So a broken tip on a knife does not mean you throw it away. These are expensive knives. They can be repaired. Something like that. Tip press sharpening, pushing up towards the upper limits of what I would be charging, probably about 35 bucks. It's a lot of work. Might exceed my $30 cutoff, because that's an additional price, you know. Tip repair can kind of be expensive, but 154 cm on a fairly thin blade like this, these are usually ground fairly thin, really not that much. Gil gets the military discount because he's still active duty, so I'm not going to tell you what that is, but I usually, their prices top out a good bit lower than you guys do for the guys that are my guys that I work with, the active duty guys that are stationed where I work. I usually, especially the guys, the junior guys, I know what they get paid. So just wanted to bring it back out and show you what it's like when I get it done. So I'm gonna finish watching TV, waiting on some other knives to show up. All right, you guys, take it easy. Oh, wait, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna go get those razors. I actually needed to go get them anyway because I need to get started on these because I don't like having, excuse me, customers' razors sitting around. So this one is a Dovo. These are some vintage razors. This is a fairly old Dovo. I don't know what model it is. It's a Dovo model. I think it's an 80. I can't tell. It's been around. It's been through the mill. This one's not in too bad a shape. This is an old H. Boker and Company celebrated hollow ground razor. Now this one's going to take some work because it looks like somebody tried to sharpen this one like a knife. This is a nice razor. This is what reminded me to make my caveat that not all Bokers were horrible. The Boker razors were nice back in the day. I would imagine this is fairly old. It's probably got a celluloid handle. But I'm going to sharpen these up for him, and I'm going to see how they turn out. Get them. I don't. For those of you guys that would send me vintage razors, I don't take the patina off. I don't clean the handles up. I think that a vintage straight razor, an old straight razor, should look old. So I don't ever take the patina off. I leave them like this. I leave them with the old patina on them. They should look vintage and antique, just like old coins. You shouldn't ever clean them up. So I will get these done. Probably not going to get them done tonight. Not both of them anyway. Because I'm tired. I worked late last night, and it's 5:30. I might give myself the evening off. I've been kind of a slave driver of a boss lately, so I might give myself an early evening tonight. So, all right, YouTube. I'm going to cut this, and you guys have a good evening.